Welcome back, everyone. Today we got the Echo 9300. This is a 4mm big bore. Brings it 56mm. cs9300. Put a 395 carb on it. Made this stack adapter. And we bored and sleeved the cylinder. So, we'll show you what all goes into building one of these. Here's the big bore, CS8000. We sleeved this one to 56mm. You can see some crap we found up in the top of the combustion chamber there. That chamber, that's not a flat band. That is all up at an angle. Fairly closely matches the piston. Alright, I guess we're going to check the squish because I forgot what it was. Alright, so we're going to double check the squish because I forgot to write it down. That right close to the edge. Cylinder on. Bolt in. Now, I've been messing with these big bores for a couple years, on and off. Did a couple in my lathe. That first one did in my lathe a few different times. And I just kind of sort of enjoy it. That feels about 25, 26. Rock it back and forth, get a good measurement. Actually super excited to get this one put together, but there's a very high probability that it won't work out, but never know till you try. Just check these with the calipers. Oh boy, 23, that was close. 25, 30. Yep, so the angle on the squish band is a bit more than what it is on the piston. So it goes 23 is our tightest, works up to 25, then 30 over that little over quarter-inch of an area. So we'll get this cleaned up. I did have to open up these cases. Did the Play-Doh trick down in there, keep 99% of it out, and flushed out the rest the best I could. Same thing, this was just a plain Jane part saw. So, not out anything if it is crunchy. If it is crunchy, then we'll take it back apart, split it, put new bearings, seals, everything in there. But I'm just trying to see if this works for now. Same thing, just using the supplied rings. These look like a nice cast iron. Yes, cast on cast is not the greatest. It'd be nice to have a chrome ring or some kind of coating, but not the end of the world either. Alright, here it is. There's the intake. Widen the intake, set at 77. Widen the lowers, set the uppers at 120. And widen and raise the exhaust. That's set at 98. Like I said, that squish band is cut at a little bit more of an angle. The stuff you see down there was pores in the casting. Got the bore about 3.5 thousandths bigger than what the piston is. And the widest point of your piston is going to be down here on the skirt. So if you're ever checking, that's where you'll measure it at. So we'll get this gooped up. Nice coating of oil. Now the exhaust port, that's about the worst part of these cylinders. But not a lot I can do not a lot I can do about that. Unless we're gonna change to a exhaust block or all that hubba dubba. Not gonna do that. Well, these builds here, these are the ones that keep it fun, keep it interesting. So we'll try. Get this slid down. Looky there. Wanted to make sure I had both circlips in. Be a bad day if I forget those. Just want to make sure there's no rattles before we go full power. I heard a rattle. I already put this carb box on. The boot's got a little bit of a bump by how much material I had to remove off the cylinder, but it looks like it just reaches still. So we're going to go ahead and put it together. And if it gives us running issues, we'll know one of the spots to look. Take the screws out from last time I had this apart. At one point I had 3 or 4 of these 8,000 saws all taken apart. So I had to scrounge up the rest of these parts to make this one go together. Stay up there. Well, the nice thing about having a few of these is I have lots of parts for them. But the bad thing about having a few of these is I have parts all over for them. So I don't know where the heck they're at half the time. But I'm pretty sure we can find enough stuff to get this one together again. Oh, here's one of my large deflectors. And we opened it up all the way under there. So that'll be the outlet. We'll get this stuck on. There we go. Oh yeah, we're getting awfully close now. Well, you can see it makes some impulse. You can watch this hose wiggle. So that'll be a good thing. Get this clutch put on. Now we'll get the carb put on. See if it works. Idle screw back in. Top cover set on. Alrighty, looky there. We got one ugly saw. We'll get this muffler mod finished up. And then we'll be able to test fire. Alright, sorry I got a little carried away. But look, we got a saw again. It's all together. It's ugly. Muffler's on. Brake works. Clutch is on. Even got the dogs, the spikes. So, threw a new fuel filter on it. But other than that, everything else is right where it came from. So we'll cross our fingers and see what we have. Guess you're kind of thirsty. I don't know, does it count if it's just put together, or does it at least gotta run? Well, we'll see what we can do. This will be the 93cc big bore cs9000. This will be the first go. Have the trash can handy in case something goes wrong. I'll just leave it there. Oh, it's stiff. I heard it. Alright. You heard it right there. It fired. I win. Well, it ran, but I think the clutch cover is a few grams lighter now. That's why I try and get them on and set the brake a few times with these outboard clutches. Yep, tagged it just a bit. But there you go, you heard it. It runs. Alrighty, we're going to get a compression rating on this Echo. Bear with me while I crank it over. And we'll see what she's got. Alrighty, it's sitting right around 200. So that's pretty good for this big girl. Alright, now I'm done messing with you. Alrighty, here it is. Up a little bit closer. Just a K&N filter with a pre-filter. This is the stack I made. Just turned it to fit there. Goes right in. And 395 carb. Had to bend up a new linkage and all that good stuff. But other than that, it all looks just like a regular CS8000. Here's these CS8000s. They're built like a tank, but they don't have enough displacement. So 4 millimeters extra displacement brings it right up 93 cc's, right about where it weighs. Alright, we'll see if this one plays nice. It does not like to idle, so I will have to hold it while I'm running the buttons over here. But we're going to see if we can get some pulls out of it. Well, here's the results. I know it wasn't running the best. Probably still has a little bit more into it. But done messing with this one for the time being. It'll come back some other time when I get a spark of something else to try. Went through 5 different carburetors, all sorts of pressure vacuum tests, new lines, new seals, everything that I could think of. And it's still being kind of a pain in the butt. But this is what we got. Just over 7 horse and 5.2 foot-pounds. Pretty flat curve. Like I said, still running rich. Probably had a little bit more up top. But sometimes they just don't want to work with you. I don't know if this one got too thin on the cylinder wall itself. Sleeve didn't move, didn't see any scoring. But I might have to actually take it back apart sometime. But I just want to share, this is the one run we did get done. Not very impressive at all. Maybe it's just a big bore thing. I don't know. But The bore, stroke, cubic inch, none of that stuff means anything. Here's peak torque, peak horsepower. And you can see all of them down here. But just want to share that with everybody. It was a fun project. Too bad that it's not playing nice. Alright, thanks a lot everyone.